Question 2. A nail professional from Canada asked me this: what does cosmetic grade mean? Many substances have multiple uses. For instance, some may be used in medicines, while others are used in foods, and others are used in consumer products, and some are used for cosmetics. Some substances are considered safe for multiple uses. For example, some thickeners used in foods are also used in cosmetics or medicines. Some substances should not be used for any of these applications, but they'd be great for scrapbooking or ceramics or pottery, painting, or even art class. Some substances have been determined to be unsuitable for cosmetic use. For instance, some colorants that are suitable for marking pens are not considered safe for cosmetics, but they're perfectly fine for occasionally writing something, and of course only on non-living surfaces and in a well-ventilated area, as the instructions say. Some glitters are made using cosmetic colorants, while others are not. The manufacturers only sell cosmetic glitters for cosmetic uses, and others are sold for other purposes, as I've discussed in other episodes. The manufacturer considers many things to determine which of their glitters are cosmetic grade and which are not. For instance, they consider both the chemical composition and the concentration of the substance, as well as all the known safety information. They then try to consider how the final product will be used and what type of exposure the users may experience. To do that, they look at both the duration and frequency of exposure. In other words, they look at how much of the substance a person is expected to be exposed to and for how long and how often. They also consider the products designed for, if the product was designed for skin contact, or if it was a leave-on or a rinse-off type of a product. And they'll look for potential sources of contamination by infectious bacteria or fungi. And they'll do all this to ensure the products are properly preserved. And that's really an important consideration as well. Now, after all this information is collected, if there are still any remaining questions, or if there's more information is needed, the company would hire a professional toxicologist to review the data. Toxicologists are scientists that are specially trained to understand toxins, poisons, and other dangerous substances, as well as the potential adverse effect on people. Now, when all of this information is evaluated, the company then determines if the substance is cosmetic grade. The company makes this determination, in fact, I should say it this way, the company that makes this determination, they accept the legal and moral responsibility for selling the substance as a cosmetic ingredient. They make the recommendation on how the ingredient should be used. For instance, use only in a rinse-off product so that long-term skin contact is avoided. Or perhaps they'll warn that it should only be used in a well-ventilated area. Or maybe they'll warn that skin contact should be avoided, or to avoid inhalation of dust. These warnings are then passed on to the manufacturer by the manufacturer of the cosmetic using this ingredient, so that this information can be shared through the product instructions, on the warnings, on the safety data sheet, which is also known as the MSDS sheet. So you can see that the claim cosmetic grade is important, and it's designed to protect the health and safety of users and consumers. And that's why only cosmetic products should be used for cosmetic purposes.